Hi, Kevin Sartin with Noster Physical Therapy. I'm in my work clothes today because I'm doing the work. We had a tree that decided to die on us. See that thing with no leaves on the back there? Yeah, behind me. All right, and my wife went and bought the biggest tree that they had at the store. So I have the privilege of digging a really deep hole, and I thought, hey, let's make a video. So it's a little late in the game. I already got most of the hole dug, but this is the best part. This is the bottom of the hole. This is hard parts to dig. So give you a few tips on how to dig properly without hurting your back. So as you get down deeper, it does get a little bit harder because you're going to have to go down lower in order to bring that dirt out. So the best thing to do probably before you lift that dirt out is to break it up a little bit. So the last thing you want to do is go into stiff dirt and then try to break that loose as you lift it up. So there's a couple different things you can do. If you want to, you can use just your upper body. I'm just going to use my arms and go around as I'm hinged at the hip, so I'm not flexing my back or anything like that. I'm bent forward, just use my arms. If maybe that's not enough force, I can use my hips as well in the motion. But again, I'll show you the bad way to do this. I'm going to flex my back. Oh yeah, look at all that power. And my back's going to hurt tomorrow. So the other thing I can do to use my hips a little bit more, I'm going to hinge on my hips and use my upper body at the same time. So I'm dropping down almost into a little bit of a squat as I go around as I'm using my arms. Or my favorite technique, the lazy technique, you're up high. I'm just going to fall down. Look at that, just breaking it up easy. So I can use my body weight. There's not much of it, but there's enough to break up the dirt. When I'm up high, it's pretty easy. And just move that shovel to break that loose. Now I have a bunch of loose dirt in the bottom of the hole. Now I got to get it out. Okay, so the best thing to do is, again, lazy technique. Drop that shovel down with the foot. And then instead of trying to use my upper body to push that in, I'm going to get my leg behind it, and I can also use the perimeter of this hole here to push that shovel in. There are a couple ways to get this out. I got a nice load of dirt on the bottom of that shovel. I can either squat down, get down fairly low. You're going to have to use quite a bit of knee and hip movement. Hear my dog in the background there, sorry. And I can come up from this position. Hello, Oak. Using my legs, so I'm going to push up. We'll get rid of that one. Get another shovel full here. So I'm coming way down, bending at my knees and my hips. My back is still staying straight. I'm hinging at my hips rather than flexing at the back. And pushing up from the ground. And you really want to think about engaging your bottom. So as you lift up, think about, get another shovel full here. Think about as you push up, you're going to push that ground away rather than lifting with the back here. So I'm simply holding on to the weight, trying to keep my back nice and straight, and pushing into the ground and bring that weight up. I should feel it in my quads and my glutes and my hamstrings as I lift up rather than my back. Another way that you can get this dirt out of the hole as it gets down here, it's getting lower all the time. If I don't want to use that squat technique, I could also alternately step down in the hole. Now I'm a little bit lower. Another thing that you can do when you're in this position is get down a little further on the shovel. So if I'm out here, it's going to feel a lot heavier than if I'm down here close. And as I go to lift up, I'm going to push through this leg and this one at the same time to push me up out of the hole and lift the dirt. Rather than, again, I'm not lifting it up like this. My legs are lifting it. Whew, that's a lot deeper than it was when I did it earlier. So I'll show you that one more time. Get a little dirt on the shovel. Step down in the hole. I got this propped on the other leg. Hands close down to the shovel. I'm going to push through my legs to bring that up out of the hole. And then whenever you go to dump the dirt, you want to use your body to dump it versus reaching out, getting that weight far away from the body to dump that dirt. And then one more thing I might say, if you have to use bad form, so say this is so far down that I can't use good form, or it's gotten very difficult to do, Another option that you can do if you have to use bad form, so in other words, if you have to round the back, what you would do is come down here. I'd get to the point where I can, only bend so far with my legs. So I'm to a point where I have to round that back. As I go to bring this dirt up out of the hole, I'm going to first push with my legs as much as I can, not extending that back. And then when I get all the way up here, then we're going to finish by correcting my back. Rather than as I'm down here, extending my back as the first move and then pushing with my legs. So you want to save that back movement for the last if you have to start with bad form. So as I'm down here, my back is rounded. I'm going to push up with my legs, and then at the very top, that's where I do that extension, because once you have that weight up there, it's a lot lighter. So I think that's about it. Now I just got to get that big, heavy tree in this hole. Say a prayer for me. Okay, hopefully this video is helpful. If you have any questions or feel like we can help you in any way, please give us a call or visit us at our website at notpt.com. Thanks.